Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and in today's episode of Great Engineer, Terrible Driver, we are going to design a 1955 off-roader in automation and hot lap it in BeamNG.drive on the automation test track. What driver score will I achieve today? We shall find out. So 1955 and the off-roader shows up instantly. Yes, we are going to base it on this one. Less overhang is what you want, and this one looks about right. So let's pick steel. Okay. One thing up first: the lighter an off-road vehicle is, the better, because you need less sturdy underground for it to actually stay on top and not slip off or break off a ledge or anything. So we could actually go with full aluminium panels. That is viable, but we are aiming it towards the mid-market tier, and thus I'm choosing steel. We're going with I think we can go with a leather chassis this time around. Although monocoque is equally good, you would say that the leather frame would be more common for an off-roader, especially during that time. And galvanized steel, we do want to have some corrosion resistance. That is also an advantage of the aluminium. If it gets dented or anything, then don't care, doesn't rust. Suspension! That's an easy choice. Solid axle coil, both front and rear. The engine is interesting. What would we want to go for? You don't need anything massive. We don't need much power, because we are making up... if you go for too much power, then you just end up with wheel spin because of the very low gearing. And you'll probably want to go with an inline 4 for this class of vehicle, and don't need that much capacity. 2 liter might be okay. Let's start out with the 2 liter. That's pretty large. It's pretty large. We don't need much power, but make it reliable. So probably a push rod. Really low revving thing. We don't mix materials, and now let's get to the conrods and pistons. And this is all good. Aiming for compression 7.0. Maybe you have to go a little lower. Cam profile, probably around 20. Yeah, let's go a little lower here. So 6.8. No forced induction, of course. And now, what do we want to choose? Single, 2-barrel? That could work. Keep it simple. Standard intake, regular lidded, and yeah. Where do we want to end up here? Somewhere in the middle, I would say. Maybe 14.2 might not be too bad. Ignition timing, well, that needs to be all the way down there. And revs, not high at all. Let's aim for 4,500 first, and then we see where that goes. And short cast, power probably around the 70 horsepower range. Probably less, 65, 70, that is my first guess. And then we go with no muffler and reverse flow. Okay, 60 horsepower. That's a little lower than anticipated, but it is enough. Yes, it is. We can get it a bit more compression. And with a bit of cam profile tuning, I think I'm going to settle with this 27. This is looking good. That gives us somewhat more compression to play with there. And maybe even... our power is looking good. Maybe even slightly or more ignition timing. The RPM limit isn't too bad, but we need to cut that off. 4,300. Yeah, that's very, very low revving. Okay, I'm quite satisfied with this engine already. There's not much more we need to do. Well, what you could do, of course, is just to extend that out a bit if you need more power. It doesn't cost much because of the pushrod head. So this would be... Yeah, I think that's actually worth it. Because we can rev it higher without any issues. So let's settle with a bit more of a rever. Yeah, there we go. 4,400. Oh my god. Revs through the roof. This would be instantly mounted in any light sports car. Not so much. Okay, that's all good. Let's have a quick listen and look at it. Oh, that's a scary number to have. 66.6 horsepower. Will be good for advertising. And yeah, we wanted to listen to it. Here we go. Very quiet, very inline 4. Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see. So we're picking the smaller variant. Yeah, okay, that is looking like a proper off-roader. Even has the hinges. And as always, we are doing paint and fixtures later. Let's get to the juicy part, which is the drivetrain. A manual gearbox, of course, works fine. And let's see, we only have 2 gears automatic. That is not acceptable. So let's go with 4 gears, manual, and spacing. Put it to 100. Top speed, it doesn't have to be high. And of course, not an open differential, but rather a manual locker. Speed through here, we go with cross-ply tires and chunky off-roads. Cross-ply tires because they have stiffer, more resilient sidewalls. That is important for off-roading. Otherwise you get cuts there. It's kind of the weakest parts of radial tires. And yeah, you don't want to end up with all the slashed tires because you've been crawling over some rocks. 205s is probably a good size for them. Let's see how large we can go. Alright, 800 is the maximum. It's not very high. Do we have... That's 105s. 17 inches too much. 16 inches pretty good. 100 profile. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a good compromise. That should ride rather well. Brakes. Well, drums front and rear, obviously. And there's no choice. Let's put some proper sized drums on there. Same size front and back because we have 2 shoe front, 1 shoe rear. Pad type, leave it at around 50 for now. We can tune it a little later and probably need 1 or 2 snaps in. Brake quality for this one. Under tray, obviously the off-road skid tray to protect the mighty large engine that is in here. Oh, yes, I would go under here to protect the engine bay. Cooling airflow. Enough cooling airflow. You need the reliability, but maybe you don't want to have all grills open all the time to suck in all the dust. Everything just gets muddy then. So a little bit of a compromise. 85 for now. We could tinker with this a little later. And seating arrangement. Well, I don't quite remember what the off-road category actually wants. If it's happy with 4 seats, we leave it at 5 for now. And it is in the mid-budget range. So what would I go for? Probably standard and basic. Let's take that first. Safety. So much engineering time there. Let's go with standard. So much opportunity cost. Springs. Yep, progressive springs make sense. And... oof. Yeah, good. Well, low comfort penalty. Yeah, it's tuned. It's not tuned for being an off-road vehicle with like 1.9 degrees there. Let's tune it for comfort and you shall see that we are scoring a lot better. Okay, much better. Still low comfort penalty. I wonder why that is. Comfort 2.4. Alright, let's put the off-road trim on there and now decrease the sway bars to 0 and see where we end up. Oh, no, that is slightly too much. Oh my god. 18 degrees of roll angle. Alright, nope, fail. But this one is very, very high too. Maybe we don't quite need that height. So, let's have a quick look at it. Yeah, it still looks like a decent little off-roader. Not too bad. Ride height is within reason. But let's check out the demographics. So what do they want? Seat range 2 to 5. And we need to check out why the comfort is so low. Probably I've just forgotten something. Let's go into the detailed stats, comfort. And there we have it. Interior. Passenger volume. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is a massive... Is this body bugged by chance? Because that seems a little off. We have a passenger volume of 430 liters. Yeah, that is broken. And it's not enough. And we have a cargo volume that is huge. So this is a two-seater. Maybe we need to switch it around. Maybe this one is different. Let's pick that one. And there we go. Oh yeah, that is a lot different. But now we have too many seats. Oh, interesting. This one can only have 2. But alright, that's fine. That is fine. We can deal with this. And then we shall design this one. We can make it a little smaller. I seem to like the extra comfort, of course. There is a rating of 13.3% on it. And because we are using wheels that are not too expensive, I believe at least, let's have a look. Combined material cost 322. We might want to fix the steering behavior. Yeah, I mean, we're at the limit for what is plausible for costs, but if we reduce front tire size to 185s, handling would be a lot better. Maybe even smaller. Yeah, the combined costs, of course, go up. 433 right here. Now we just need to fix those brakes. They are way underpowered. That's, by the way, something we've been looking into. The old brakes seem to be about a factor 2. Yeah, a whole factor 2. Too weak. So, yeah, that needs to be fixed. Or addressed, at least, to some extent. We can up the brake force there, but not too much. It looks like they don't even need those brakes. We don't have much brake fade because the car isn't fast at all, obviously. And they are enough to keep the car from sliding and stuff. So, this seems good. They don't want to pay more for better brakes. Okay, just pulling the brake bias forward so that we get better distribution for the brakes. Has solved most issues. It's still quite under-braked, but yeah, if you can't pay for the big drums, then that's it. A bit more cooling airflow indeed helped because of how much reliability concerns they have. 15%! That is a lot. So now if we were aiming for the off-road premium category, you can see that maybe the full aluminium panels would be a good choice, but like this, no, they are not. Because if we choose them, this will just drop, and yeah, while overall it gets better for its purpose, gains another 3.1 off-road, yeah, it's not feasible for that demographic. We want to get rid of sway bars wherever we can. So I had it at 400 here, but that is one sway bar that is in the way of the suspension doing its work. So if you reduce it to 0, it's completely taken off, and that of course is a lot better for off-roading. So now at least we have a free front suspension. If we reduce it in the rear, then we get loads and loads of roll angle, which we don't want. I think, yeah, the dampers need to go up slightly, maybe even more. Yeah, they are about right there. They're still very soft. And now that we have fixed our suspension, especially the roll angle, we were able to lift it up slightly more. It's looking good. Cornering is goddamn awful. That will be fun around the track, sliding everywhere. And one thing I need to check is if we get a lot of penalty for the car being a little too weak for its size. No, power to weight is good. Is there anything else in off-road we can fix? Well, better braking would be a nice thing, but that's too costly. And a chassis that doesn't rust away under your ass. That would also be fancy, but no, not something we can afford. So overall, I think that's it. That should be the vehicle. All the design is done. Now we need to do the visuals. And it is done. And it is absolutely atrocious. The front. You can't design the front. Because whenever you do, like, the side is okay. The rear is, I've given up. But yeah, you can't design the front. Let me show you. Let me show you. The body is broken. You see that? Everything just breaks when you move parts into certain spots. So it's an issue with the body. And thus I had to design it the way I did. Yeah, it's not pretty, is it? It is. It will be functional though. It will be functional. Yeah, where did I put those before? It looked better before. Maybe a little lower. Something like this. Yeah, maybe. It's just such a large area, and most of it you can't place anything because of the tearing. Oh, the humanity. I think I did a nice job with the rest. Okay, the rear could have been better. Slight design recall from front and rear. Same grille, but of course no grille in the behind. And these little chrome bars sticking in there. Not realistic, but looks decent. And our little logo. It's the Rider. The Rider Dune. It has the Dune color as well. It's very camouflaged. Steel trim everywhere. Slightly too small wing mirrors. Let's amp them up. And I wanted to place a wing mirror somewhere here, but that just sticks out and would be broken off. And having it on the bonnet is not really a thing. So yeah, I think this is okay for what we intended it to do. Although I could put on some roof racks. Okay, slightly better. I think I take it. Oh my god, the front, the face is just a little sad, isn't it? Alright, this is the Rider Dune with the i4B2, 2000s B2. And let's have a run around the test track real quick. Oh well, not so quick I guess. 120 kilometers an hour top speed. And see where we end up. It's shifting a lot, at least in the low gears. It doesn't get to any speed, that's for sure. Oh wow, this is by far the slowest vehicle I've built yet. Like in the series. Oh, and we're at top speed, 125. There's no more gearing available. And And we get across the line finally. In 3 minutes, 38 and 98. With its 66.6 horsepower, we're getting amazing acceleration times of 27.9 seconds to 100. Oh, that will be a lot of fun to drive. Quarter mile time, 22.5. Okay, let's export this beast. And there we have it. The rider. Oh, don't look too closely. It's hideous. It is absolutely hideous. From the side it's fine. From the rear it's okay. Don't stare at it from the front. You might go blind. Anyway, I'm going to warm up a little and then we get to our hot lap. This one, I've disconnected the front drive shaft because in automation it is just meant to be either four-wheel drive proper and otherwise not at all. Like, there is no use case for the 4x4 in automation for the road, which this here would be. So I'm going to take that out. That is why our heavy utility vehicle was so much faster than in automation. Yeah, that gave me quite the impressive driver score, which was definitely not my doing. Okay, let's get going. Okay, I'm ready. That was a very, very long warm-up lap. Nothing happened. It drove very nicely. And I almost fell asleep. Yeah, it's driving fine. There's no practice needed, really. There's not much you can do wrong. It's fully manual, obviously, so I do use my G25 with the H shifter and my clutch and brake and gas pedal, and that's it. That's all, and it drives well. It's very slow. Have I mentioned that it's slow? I think I have to mention that it's slow. Alright, here we go. Let's rock. Come on. Yes. Whoa, the hood. Whoa, the first gear is so short. Okay, here. Everson S is full throttle. A little bit of brake. Comes around. It even has a bit of oversteer in third as soon as it loses traction. Oh, wait a second. No. I just need to make sure to quickly deactivate this and go. Yes, perfect. Wheel spin. Oh, yes, super short first gear. Second and third full acceleration. And a slight braking. Turn in here. It slightly overturns, as you can see. Ooh, full throttle. Oh, yes. But driving on the grass here doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, it's so fast. Look at it. It pushes the rev limiter already. And fourth. And no acceleration whatsoever. Like, yeah, okay. Doom-de-doom-de-doom. Oh, Brian's bend. Oh no, humanity. At top speed, 88 kilometers an hour. And braking. Yep. Yeah, that worked well. Oh, almost wanted to break out for a sec there. And full throttle towards Caswell's carousel. Fourth gear for a sec. Then, can we... third. Go. Accelerate out of here. Doesn't want to. Fourth. So now, high-speed chase. Although, I'm surprised how well it does downhill. Yeah, it takes a while to get to the downhill. So slow. And there we go, 110. There. Superb. We will take the slingshot at what speed? Oh, now it's flattening out, so we are going to lose speed. The G-forces. The G-forces are real. It's losing speed as we're going uphill. Slowly going uphill. 109. Oh, just 200 meters left. Maybe I should lift. It's braking enough. And third, and it's good enough. Fourth, accelerate out of here. Yep. Beautiful. Oh, this car. I think we actually have to test this on some kind of off-road testing here somewhere. But okay. 50 meters to go. Brakes. And around the corner. Beautiful. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't. Oh my god, it's so slow. It was just full throttle and nothing happened. But around Pomsicle towards Adams Apex. This is all going well. All's going smoothly. Now, how much braking do we actually need here? Not much, is my guess. Oh, come on. Come on, there we have the grip. Whoa, no, don't oversteer. And towards Cossack Corner, you have to be a little brave for this one, just to keep the speed. I think we can manage to, if we turn in, it slows down enough that compensates for not braking. And then we are in a good way lined up for Lamb's Hope. Oh, it's an off-road vehicle. I don't mind these little bumps. And fourth, and to the line in 2 minutes 13. Oh, just below 3 minutes 40. Perfect. And here we are on the test track still, but on the off-road section. So I'm going to, for the first time, try something. We are locking all the diffs, and we're going to the low box. And this is low 1, I assume. So yeah, let's try it out. Let's give it a quick ride. So here we go. Oh yeah, that's very low box. Oh my god, this is very low. Shit. Okay, here come the rocks. Oh yeah. I don't see shit. Oh man, I don't see shit. But it's getting over here. Oh whoa. Okay, a little bumpy, but that worked. Whoa, we need more gear. We need more gear. Maybe third in the low box. There we go. Oh yes, I think we're on top. No, we're not. Oh shit. Oh no. Yay, the rider dune is actually riding in the dunes, and doing so pretty well in his low box, killing the engine. But alright, that is enough for off-roading. Killrob is not made for off-roading. And back in automation, we have the results. The rider dune on the test track and the off-road section. Yes, the time. In the automation test track, we had in automation a 3 minutes 38.98. And in BeamNG, I managed a 3 minutes 39.99, and that gives us a driver score of 99.5. So very much expected behavior, I would say. Well, as always, you will find the face that only a mother can love down below in the description, the link to the .car file. And I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.